And now, by popular demand, a tour of my vegan tattoos. Or at least the ones in locations that I can show you on YouTube. Get ready to be up close and personal. I just got out of the shower, so I'm clean and ready for the tour. I figure I'll show you guys each tattoo and talk a little bit about the significance. And also show you the scar from the cattle brand that I had done for a performance art piece. Let's get started. So I thought I'd start with the one that you see the most, my neck tattoo. On my right side, I have a pig, and on my left side, I have a cow. And they both have ear tags, just like the animals that are in our food industry who are reduced to numbers instead of getting to have their own identities. And the back of the neck piece sums it all up. Fear is fear, blood is blood, suffering is suffering. It doesn't matter what your race is, your gender, or your species. We all hurt, we all fear, and we all suffer. Now we'll move on to my spine piece. This was my first big tattoo I ever got. It depicts the 7 chakras. In Hindu and Tantric yogic traditions and other belief systems, chakras are energy points or knots in the subtle body. Now, as far as why I have them on my back, I enjoy doing yoga, and I've lived and studied in India, and I just find the chakra system pretty fascinating. My first tattoo ever is actually under this tattoo. It was my father's initials that I got in remembrance of him when I was 17, which is funny because my dad hated tattoos. And at that point, I didn't think I would ever get a tattoo, let alone any more. I was wrong. Moving on to my chest piece, which was very unpleasant. So I eat a lot of fruit and I ride my bike a lot. So my bikes are fruit powered. I've got my cantaloupe and I've got some other fruits over here and my banana. And underneath it says Nur Tarnung, which in German means just to disguise or just camouflage. And you can see that the big nasty heart has a cute little heart mask on it. My side tattoo is an image of Noodle, the guitarist from the Gorillaz. If you're unfamiliar with their music, I suggest you check them out. Anyways, the significance of this tattoo is hard to explain in a short clip, but basically in one of the music videos, Noodle gets shot down on this island by enemy helicopters and is presumed dead for a very long time. But it turns out she survived and she comes back for vengeance. So here she is, 100 times life-size, standing on the island and holding the very helicopter that shot her down. So for me, this tattoo is all about overcoming challenges in life and being made stronger because of them. Now on to the sleeve. There's a lot going on here, and I'm not going to be able to explain everything in detail, but basically all of these are embodiments of lyrics of the band They Might Be Giants. Every image on here is based on one of their lyrics. And yes, there's a deeper significance for me beyond that, but you guys, I only have 5 minutes and I have a lot of tattoos. I will say that the text on my forearm actually came before the entire sleeve, and it says Heute werde ich mein eigener Retter sein, which means in German, today I will be my own rescuer. Now you can probably see that I have a lot of scars on my arm. I started cutting myself when I was 7 years old, and I got this tattoo not to cover up my self-harm scars, but to remind myself that I have the strength and ability to overcome the challenges that I face in life. Now this tattoo is still in the works, and it's bothering me that it's not finished. It's going to be a bunch of farm animals that are running for freedom. And even though it's not done, I can say that my cock reaches my ankle. For this next tattoo story, I need to introduce you to my artist, Sean Wilcox. Just look at this magnificent bearded specimen of a man. I first met Sean when accompanying a friend to get a tattoo finished, and I asked him if he ever had people come in and ask what they should get. So for 6.5 years, Sean had been telling them, get a seahorse playing a banjo, because of course no one's gonna get that, and hopefully it would make them realize that they should probably think a minute or two about something that's gonna be on their body for the rest of their lives. Well, this story and the imagery amused me quite a bit. And thus began a wonderful tattoo-based friendship. Now, on my other foot is a visual embodiment of my amygdala. The amygdala is a part of the brain in the limbic system that's linked to emotions and aggression, sometimes called our reptilian brain, or the fight or flight center. So much of our behavior as humans is ruled by this emotional center. And really, isn't it just a scared little bunny in a lizard suit? I think so. And for the tiny tattoos, I have the word intuition behind my right ear and the number 269 in my left ear. And then 2 small white ink tattoos that I could not get to show up on camera for the life of me. The number 269 has to do with a movement started by vegan activist Sasha in Israel. He and 2 other activists were branded with a cattle iron in a public square in Tel Aviv with the number of a calf that they had encountered in a factory farm. This was to give a face to the billions of faceless animals that are slaughtered every year. In concert with the 269 movement, I performed the first North American branding myself in Iowa, where I was dragged across rocks, had my head shaved, and was branded with a cattle iron heated to over 500 degrees Fahrenheit. Now the day that this happened, it was freezing rain in Iowa, so part of the brand didn't get all the way to 500 degrees. Here's what the brand looks like today, and you'll see these raised portions. That's where the brand didn't quite get hot enough, and so my skin ripped off with it. This is what it looked like the day of, and then the healing process was kind of long and gross, so I'm not showing most of those pictures. Now if you want to watch the full length of my video or Sasha's, there's links to them in the description below. I hope you enjoyed the tour of my body art. If you guys liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you have ideas for other videos you'd like to see, you're always welcome to leave them in the comments or contact me through BiteSize BiteSizeVegan.com. Now I'm gonna go put my clothes on. I'll see you guys soon.